faces. I thought I'd never see you again. It's almost funny, isn't it? You stumbling around at a party, and me just watching. I don't know whether to laugh or be annoyed, but here we are. You look a mess. I can't even begin to explain how many times I imagined this moment when we'd bump into each other, and I'd get to say everything I never did. But now that you're here, standing in front of me like this, all I feel is tired. Maybe it's the alcohol, or maybe it's just you. You're still the same. I can see that. You're drunk, aren't you? I don't know why I even bothered trying to talk to you like this. It's always been like this with us. You'd get all careless, all messy, and I'd have to clean up after you. But God, there's a part of me that still remembers the good times. Before everything went south. Before I realized I wasn't your priority. You think I've forgotten. You think I don't remember how you walked away from me without a second thought. I'm not some fool, you know. I saw it all. And yet, here you are, looking at me like it's all just water under the bridge. You're not fooling anyone, you know. You can pretend everything's fine, but I see right through it. What do you want from me now, huh? Just here for the nostalgia? Or maybe you think we can pick up where we left off. Let me stop you right there. That's not happening. You always were so good at pretending, weren't you? Pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. I guess I shouldn't be surprised you're still doing it. Acting like nothing ever happened, like you didn't break everything between us. But you're not fooling me anymore. I remember the nights we'd stay up talking about our future, about how we'd be together forever, how everything would work out. You didn't even have the decency to stick around when things got hard. No, you ran, left me with nothing but questions and a pile of broken promises. Do you ever think about that? About what you did to me? How you made me feel like I wasn't even worth fighting for? It's funny, isn't it? You come back here, all messy, trying to act like we can just forget everything. Like I'm supposed to just let it all slide. Like I'm supposed to fall back into your arms and pretend none of it matters. Do you really think I'd fall for that? Do you think I'm that easy? I used to miss you. I used to miss the way you'd laugh, the way your hand felt in mine. But you took all of that with you when you left. And now I'm just here, watching you stumble through this stupid party, trying to convince me you've changed. But you haven't. You're still the same person who hurt me, the same person who couldn't care enough to stay. And maybe, just maybe, that's why I'm so angry. Because I don't want to care. But here you are, and I'm still stuck, trying to figure out why. You still don't get it, do you? You think you can just show up, make a mess of things, and then leave again. But it's not that simple anymore. Not for me. I've had time to think, time to look back at everything we were. And honestly, I don't even know who we were anymore. Maybe that's the real issue. I don't recognize us. We're not those people anymore. And I think you know that. It's easy for you to show up now, after everything's over, after I've had to pick up the pieces of my life. But what about before? Where were you when I needed you? Where were you when I was waiting for you to be there for me, like you promised? It's too late for empty apologies now. Too late for you to try and make it right. The damage is done, and I can't just erase it. I wish I could, but I can't. You've changed, but so have I. And maybe that's the hardest part of all of this, is the fact that I don't even need you anymore. It used to feel like everything was tied to you, like I needed you to breathe, to feel whole. But now I don't know what I'd even do with you if you stayed. I don't know if I even want you here anymore. But there's something in your eyes, something I can't ignore. Maybe it's regret, maybe it's something else, but it's there, and it's hard to hate you when I see it. I can't deny that part of me still remembers what it felt like to be in your close. I can still feel that connection, that pull. You might not think so, but I'm not as indifferent as I seem. I'm not as cold. I had to protect myself from you. From the way you made me feel like I wasn't enough. But now I can see you. Really see you. You're different. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but there's something different in the way you talk, the way you're looking at me. Maybe I'm just desperate to believe you've changed, but I don't think so. You're not the same person who left me behind. I'm not saying I'm ready to forgive you. I'm not saying we can just pick up where we left off and pretend like everything's fine, but I can feel it. There's something here. Maybe we both need time to figure out what that is. But for now, it's enough to just talk, isn't it? Just to let things unfold without trying to rush through it all. I'm not ready to forget, but maybe, just maybe, I'm ready to see where this goes. I've spent so much time convincing myself that I didn't need you, that I was better off without you, and maybe I am. Maybe I'm stronger now, more independent, and more sure of myself. But that doesn't mean I've forgotten how you made me feel when everything was good. How everything felt like it was right when we were together, before things got so messy. It's not easy to just erase those memories, you know. The ones where we laughed, where we made plans, where we built something together. I know I should be angry. I should still hate you for all the times you let me down. But right now, I'm not so sure. Maybe I'm being stupid. Maybe I'm letting myself get caught up in the past. But I'm not sure anymore. The person you were, the person who left without a word, it's not the same as the person standing in front of me now. You've changed, and I've changed too. And maybe that's all we needed. Time. It's not that I'm ready to just forget everything. I'm not there yet. But I think I'm starting to see a way forward. A way where we don't have to keep hurting each other. Maybe we could start over, or at least try. Slowly, one step at a time. Maybe we don't need to go back to the way things were, but maybe we can find something new, something better. I'm not sure what that looks like. I don't even know if you're ready for that. But I want to believe we can do this, even if it's just the smallest possibility. Maybe that's all it takes. Just a little hope, a little light in the dark. And for once, maybe it's okay to feel that hope. Maybe we can get there, together. I can feel it now. The tension between us is different. It's no longer the anger or the resentment we used to have. Now, it's something softer, something tentative, like we're both trying to find our way back to something, but neither of us knows what it is yet. And maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay to just be here for a moment without trying to rush to an answer. I can't promise that it'll be easy. Hell, I can't promise anything at all. But I'm not as scared of the unknown anymore. I used to be. I used to be terrified of what would happen if we tried again. Terrified that we'd just repeat the same mistakes. But now, I don't know. Maybe I'm willing to take that chance. There's a part of me that wants to just forget all the hurt, to pretend it never happened. But I can't. I can't just erase everything. It wouldn't be fair to either of us. But what I can do is start looking at you differently. Start seeing the person you are now, not the person who left me behind. Maybe we both need to forgive ourselves before we can even begin to move forward. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where this is going. But I do know that I'm not as angry as I was. I'm not as bitter. I'm starting to see things for what they really are and what they could be. I'm starting to believe, just a little, that maybe there's something